Excuse me. Lieutenant Colonel Haynes, Command Sergeant Major Vargas, Command Sergeant Major Chandler, Mr. Freed, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, friends and colleagues. Excuse me. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to spend some time with the Outlaws today. Never did I dream, as a young private learning Russian at the Defense Language Institute, that I would one day be charged with the awesome duties and responsibilities of a first sergeant. Yet I stand here today having completed exactly 19 months as the Outlaw First Sergeant. Was I successful? That's up for my bosses to decide. If I was successful, it is solely because of the hard work and dedication of the soldiers standing in front of you today. They exceeded standards on every task that they were given. They accomplished their missions with quiet professionalism. They were the first to volunteer for anything that I threw at them, and they never complained when I asked them to do even more. They are hardened combat veterans and the future leaders of the Corps of Military Intelligence. I say thank you to these soldiers. You are the hard workers. You are the ones out there day to day getting the mission accomplished. You are the ones that I relied on to accept your mission and get it done to standard. From Specialist Davis being recognized by 7th Infantry Division leadership for his outstanding PRT session, to Private First Class Ramirez earning her Combat Action Badge with her squad while on patrol in the Horn of Panjwai, you are the best soldiers the Army has to offer. I say thank you to the NCOs. You are the standard bearers. You are the ones enforcing standards and setting good examples. You are the ones that I relied on to keep the soldiers safe and their minds focused on their missions. From Sergeants Reed and Milam earning their stripes through battlefield promotions, to Sergeant Starr leading her soldiers on tactical SIGINT missions, you are leading from the front and showing soldiers what right truly looks like. I say thank you to the platoon sergeants. You are the leaders. You are who I relied upon to motivate your soldiers and NCOs throughout our deployment and be as self-sufficient as possible while out on separate fobs away from myself and the company commander. From Sergeant First Class Latisse, arriving mid-deployment having never led an MFT and then quickly excelling at it, to Sergeant First Class Rohrig being selected for promotion to Master Sergeant, you are the continuity and the backbone that will keep this company strong. I say thank you to the officers. You are the decision makers. You are who I relied upon to listen to your NCOs and learn from their wisdom and guidance, and to also keep them in check when the situation called for it. From Lieutenant Portalis leading his platoon through over 50 dangerous missions searching for HVIs, to our XO, Executive Officer, Lieutenant Caniano, doing so much behind-the-scenes work to keep Alpha Company successful, you all are the best and brightest young officers that the Army has to offer. I say thank you to the battalion staff sections. You provided the support necessary to enable Alpha Company to achieve so much. From the S1 working at long hours to ensure that personnel actions were completed to standard, to Sergeant V's tireless dedication to the battalion soldiers, you all are the reason that Alpha Company and the battalion accomplished so much. I say thank you to my fellow First Sergeants. The team that we built helped keep me sane when things got tough. Your camaraderie and sound advice was always valuable. I say thank you to Captain Lipsy, mostly and first of all for the kind words that he just said for me. The relationship between the First Sergeant and the company commander is unlike that at any other level in the Army. Sir, every First Sergeant hopes to have a commander such as you. You heeded my advice, you had my back at all times, and let me run the company as I saw fit within your guidelines. The Outlaws will continue to excel under your command. And lastly, I would like to thank my incredible wife, Dunya. She's my strength and inspiration. I look forward to the next chapter of our lives together as we start to build a family. Sergeant Seymour, you have been an outlaw longer than I have. You joined the company in December of 2010, and you already know the quality of the soldiers that you are going to be caring for. They are the best in the Army, and they deserve the best leadership. You were an outstanding platoon sergeant, and I know you will be a great first sergeant. It will definitely be the most challenging job you have had yet in the Army, but it will also be the most rewarding. In my career, I have backed a 45-foot trailer onto a C-17 and flown with it to Hungary in support of Operation Joint Endeavor. I have conducted SIGINT collection missions from the mountaintops in Kosovo. I have led a platoon over 10,000 cumulative miles on combat logistics patrols in the sands of Iraq. I met with ambassadors and shook hands with presidents as a U.S. military diplomat. But by far, the greatest honor that I've had is the title of First Sergeant, Alpha Company, 502nd Military Intelligence Battalion. Thank you all for your service. You are our nation's finest. Outlaw 7 out.